Morning screens glow while the city still sleeps. The brow awakens where discipline runs deep. Charts light up the braw's domain. Precision moving through every gain. The bra mastered NQ as daylight breaks. Calm and perfect with the steps he takes. Market makers watch and spin, but the bra already knows how to win. Candles dance to the bra's theme. Profit flowing like a lucid dream. The bra breathes rhythm. Numbers align. Looks max of focus. Aesthetic design. The bra reads trends as melodies play. Sculpting motion the techno way. In the gym, steel meets the bra's hand. Sweat turns gold beneath his command. Every rep, the bra refined. Symmetry carved, perfection timed. Neon fades and markets close. The bra evolves, the legend grows. Rave god turn dance divine. The bra shines under laser lines. Aesthetic body, flawless tone. The bra stands proud, entirely his own. Looks max vision, power and hue. The bra creates what others pursue. Through beats and charts, the bra sends, chasing bags until the cycle ends. Each dawn calls, the bra wakes, ready again for the moves he makes. Monitors hum to the bra's grace, trading waves at electric pace. Market makers fall behind. The bra leaves none of their traps aligned. Day and night, the bra controls.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, America. Well, good morning. So yeah, what's the plan today? Well, we did make an all-time high just now, a couple 1 hour ago, something ago. We're still going up. Yesterday we did respect this daily right here, 573. If you went long there, congratulations. You had pretty much at 2 p.m. there. Nice little bounce after no new high was made here at 10. Uh, it's at 11:15 actually. So yeah, it's I don't want to short this until we lose major support. That's what you should be doing on ATH train, right? We keep making new all-time highs back to back. Today could not be any different, I assume. We'll be looking for longs. I'll only probably short. It's not gonna happen today. Wait and see. If we really lose like a 4 hour down here at the 600s, then we could be shorting, you know. If we lose this right here on a 4 hour, then yeah, we could go back here to the 200s. But we only keep going higher, all-time high. That's what happens. So yeah, we'd be looking for longs, longs. Will I get a pullback to go long? Maybe. Maybe this is the pullback and they just pump. Uh, yeah. 2 minutes for open here. Hello there, hello there. Yeah, let's be patient today, see what the market gives us. Uh, I do expect a pullback. Can attack here, Google, Microsoft. Hopefully they respect the resistance here. Starts the start ups down here. I have these two areas, right? Pretty much this is just top and bottom, right? Uh, yeah, let's see, let's wait. Let's see what the market gives us. Not gonna be trying to chase anything, preferably longs, but I do expect a pullback to possibly go long here today. Hopefully we can get to the 700s down here. 700s down here. Start up with the 4 hour. 4 hour right here. Hopefully we can get there. I'll be interested in going longs there. And down here, to be very honest, you know, NQ likes to do that. Uh, yeah, we out here, bros. Let's get it. Let's get it. Market open. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Oh, just pumped it up and my ninja froze. Tile City, there is Fed speaking later. It's somewhat significant. It's at 10:30 or 10 o'clock. Here he comes. Tech straight down, Google, Meta down. Oh, Apple holding. Meta bottom here, start up. Do its thing, let it do its thing. We're not chasing anything. Either short all-time high here. No reason to be chasing the short. It will pull back. Let's see where they want to bounce from. Video straight up school. Ooh, shit. Careful here. Hit a 1 hour. Oh boy. 700s next here. I'll be watching what they do at 700s. Previous low 534. Small chance we get there. Yeah, previous day close. Tech is dumping. Meta free falling. Not chasing this free fall here. Let's wait for a 5 minutes, see what they do here. This. It's just waiting for that pivot. Somebody want to go here. Throw ATH daily here. Waiting, waiting, waiting.
You could go a little lower here. Let's see. Again, I did not want to short here. It's the midpoint of the chopness from yesterday. Nvidia just made a new low. I'm about to get a 15 close here. Well, not the best 15 close. Let's see what they do here. Being a little patient. Practice 5-minute close. You're just waiting for the fat chair to pop up or something. Break even. I don't trust this. I want to see a little more here. There we go. A little more confident now. There'll be a little more squeeze on his 5. I want this to be a retest to go lower. Mm. Go more, please. Eh. go. I'm a little more happy about it now. There we goes. Uh, Microsoft just squeezed.
Close here, and it is a good close. Squeeze to all-time high. I'll probably add here.
Watching closely. If anything, I'll just close here. Close. Finger on close, finger on close. Watching closely still, with finger on close. Stops me out in profit. See if we get one more squeeze here. This could be it. This could be it. Put this down just slightly here. Like they don't want to go higher. If they don't go now, I'll just close. Like to see like a last squeeze here for the highs. Okay, okay. Real and just put it there. Bad chair is about to speak. Alright, Fat is speaking, so I'm just gonna fucking trail this. Okay. So far, so good. Approach this real quick. Okay, Fat with good remarks here. Just trailing this up here. Watching it closely. Okay, Fat speaking. Got my finger on close. Previous all-time high. Okay, here it comes. It is 10 or 5 close above 70, one here. One last squeeze, my fingers on close. It's gonna take it. All good. Could go higher, could go lower. We secure profits. That's what matters. Hey, boys. Now, Kevin Warsh, it is him speaking right now. Coming soon, so we just close it. Discord here, see what the boys are doing, bro. Squeeze in. I'm happy with my TP. I kind of fumbled here on the long, right? Could have long on the daily there. It's kind of pretty obvious. Pretty much daily here. The previous all-time high. They did respect that daily yesterday as well, so it was a little too late for the long, but we still secure some profits. I'm happy with it. Now we just spectating, boys.
'15 close here. Kind of sus. The last squeeze to ATH. Apple free falling. Microsoft at the high. Keep going up. Go going sideways. Nvidia trying to make a new high. Amazon also trying to make a new high here. Yeah, just be careful here. This is all-time high, literally, so. This is previous ATH, by the way, if you're watching this. Oh, here comes the mega squeeze. Remember, we do gotta make a new high there. The next five maybe, and preferably 30. But that was a sus candle on the five. Shit, my bad. My volume is down, boys. What's up? Fat is speaking right now, though, so. That gold? You trading gold? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm ahead of the fuckery. I know what they're doing, so I usually be doing okay. But I feel you, bro. Today I was late on the longs, but I still got like 800 bucks. Nah, yeah, bro. Trailing is the best thing you can do, bro. If you're up like 300, 500, just either close or trail it, bro. Like, I mean, right now in Q didn't make a new high, and they're low key dumping right now. If I was holding my position for a new high, I would have lost like 30 points. Yeah, bro. In Q, today the perfect long was that previous all-time high daily star down, bro. That was it. 731. We just waited a little too long, but 781, and then I added one more. I'll be honest with you, bro. Loki, I think this is the top, bro. Yep. Yeah, last night was pretty. The shorts were pretty clean too, bro. Sheesh.
The nation's economy. As a former Fed governor and friend or colleague of the last 5 Fed chiefs, from whom I've learned plenty of lessons, I'm particularly alert to the challenges and opportunities confronting the institution that I cherish, the Federal Reserve. To the President, to the Congress, the nation, I owe my best judgment and my most faithful efforts in serving the mission that you and Congress
The new
assigned to
Chaffer is
the
about to
Federal
cry
Reserve,
on the hearing, bro. That's funny.
including full employment and stable prices.
The new
American
Fat
people are
Chair is
counting on the
speaking.
Fed
He's
to
low-key
deliver on
emotional,
its
bro. It's funny.
commitments, perhaps now more than ever.
What?
This is all pre-written.
The real
Bro, go
highlights
to
of my life are not on my
stock
resume,
market live
Senator McCormick said. They include
YouTube
the
channel.
individuals with whom I worked and from whom I learned. I graduated
It's
from
his
high school in upstate New York.
Apple's dumping.
I had some
But then again,
exceptional
confirmation
teachers there
hearing.
Very slight.
and some
It's only
brilliant
0.5%, but
classmates.
still.
Oh, gotcha.
I've learned we're lucky in life
Was it
that
gonna
we
end
start
soon,
out with
probably?
good influences
What's that?
in learning and in character.
Is that like coming to an end
A
soon?
public school
just
education
started.
gave me both of these,
Oh,
and
he
I'm
just
grateful.
started? Okay.
Yeah, he just
I
started.
made my
speaking.
way to Stanford and found myself in the company of some of the
Yeah,
most
you're gonna
highly
probably ask him
accomplished
questions after.
economists and policymakers. George Shultz, former Secretary of State and Treasury, was among the great patriots at the Hoover Institution, who I came to know as a teacher,
Stand
mentor,
up a little
and
bit.
friend. He passed away right after COVID at age 100, but I still feel him with me. I could not have imagined a better formative experience than working from and learning from folks like him. I could tell you about all the things I learned, but maybe the most important
Is that Larry Fitzgerald?
was to be around
I
people
don't know.
completely
I don't know.
devoted to the ideas
I don't know who that
and
was,
ideals
but
of
now
our
that y'all
country.
said Larry Fitzgerald, it does
Silicon
look
Valley
like
in the
the
early
star
90s,
wide receiver.
another fitting backdrop
OG,
for all
man.
the things we confront
I don't
today.
know who that is.
I found myself in the right place at the right time.
Tell me, bro, if you listen to Josh, Stock Market Live while you're trading, bro, it definitely helps, bro. Like in the morning,
I just looked out my door to see it.
and whenever news comes
In the
out,
last 15 years, I've gained
he
deep
literally reads it
experience in
right away,
macro
bro.
Actually,
markets,
Larry?
working with
And you
Stanford.
like
Why
new
is Larry
developments.
Fitzgerald
He
there?
never held a position in government, but is no less a patriot.
That's
He
not
never got
Larry
a PhD
Fitzgerald.
in
I mean,
economics,
maybe he looks
but I
buff.
don't know a finer economic.
And he does like a
thinker.
Bible study towards the end of the
Without
day
their
too, bro.
guidance, the
Why
guidance
would
of
Larry
Connie Rice,
Fitzgerald
my friend, and I should
He's like,
say my
yo,
boss
man,
at
I'm
the
glad to
Hoover
be your Fed
Institution.
chair.
I doubt I
Shout
would
out
be
to my
sitting
wife.
before you today as the
Shout out to Arizona
president's Fed
Cardinals.
chairman nominee. But I'm certain of one thing. Absent their tutelage, absent their example,
Tutelage.
I would not be as prepared for the urgent, mission-critical task at hand. In between these bookend experiences, I served quite a while ago as a governor at the Federal Reserve. At the birth, at the onset.
If you know how to use it, bro, it's useful. But if you don't know how to use it, it doesn't make a difference. It does give you a general idea where, you know, it's pretty much like book maps where volume is sitting and where most action is being taken. It's pretty much like a high and low indicator where you can see where volume was. You know, when they're trying to when they make a new low, volume will be higher there because obviously they are buying it. Same thing comes when they're making a new high. And also tells you like the midpoint, such like a VWAP area. There's volume sitting, and they're like going sideways. I never used it, but if you know how to use it, you can use it for like confluence and shit. No idea how to use order flow. I ain't know nothing about that bullshit. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. It's anti-ICT, bro.
And policies are especially harmful when the world is changing this fast. If confirmed as chairman, I will be faithful to the Constitution, to the Federal Reserve Act, and to the very best of the Fed's traditions. I believe a reform-oriented Fed can make a real difference to the American people. And if confirmed, I will seek to create an environment in which the best people do their best work.
popping.
Candor and goodwill will go a long way in pursuing those objectives. And I suspect this hearing, Mr. Chairman, will put us to the test. It's a real privilege to be
Thank you,
here.
sir. I will say that we typically stick to a 5-minute opening comments. I would encourage all of us to stick with our 5 minutes as it relates to our question and answers.
Nice, bro.
We have full attendance today, and
This
it's
is where it
really
gets
important
good.
for us to stick as closely to the 5 minutes as
So you don't feel
possible.
it yet?
Yes, Larry
if we go
Fitzgerald,
by-
the wide
by
receiver,
left,
is at
you'll hear
Kevin
me.
Warsh's
Just how I
Senate
feel like a
confirmation.
week.
Which is an indication that you're already
That
over.
is-
And
that is
I'll do my
Larry
very best.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah. That's exciting, bro.
Kevin,
looking forward to it. So this is like going to be the last cycle before we actually commence like a official prep. So we'll see how it goes.
Hey, that's cool, man. I'm excited to get into off season and grow. Have fun.
Wants them donuts, bruh.
Steal the show, Larry.
Yeah, no, just like I've been dieting since like August, bro.
Wants to go to Krispy Kreme, dog.
No, no, bro. I just want to eat more chicken and rice, but not be starving 24/7. You know, that's how I've been like since August.
Apples,
I
dumping,
just want to have fun, like
going, and then clean
you know,
properly.
improving lifts and things like that too.
You like fish, bro?
Fish? I don't eat fish.
AI and balance sheet.
Up here.
Nah, I don't do that. I mean, like, I like salmon, but that'd be like in off season. I just usually stick to eggs and prep for fats. Damn, we're just like ranging, bro.
Diddy. Waiting for this guy to speak.
important of the independence of the Fed.
Yeah, stupid news.
About your previous comments is the importance that you have placed on the dual mandate, stable prices, which typically comes through the form of interest rate changes, as well as promoting maximum employment. I think those two will become more challenging in the current environment. One, obviously, the second one being the AI and the future of full employment. You've criticized the Federal Reserve for getting too big, mismanaging inflation. I'm sure you know the definition of transitory, so I won't ask you, but I've got a feeling you know, and some of your predecessors did not. Compromising the independence of the Fed, I think we should spend more time on finance, less time on climate change, on politics, on who is or who's not in charge. I think you would agree on those issues, though I will not ask you. I will ask you, however, that under your leadership, how will you steer the Federal Reserve to address the real life issues of affordability is my first question.
Big questions here.
My
He's
second
about to
question
answer.
will be about how do you make sure that the Federal Reserve stays out of the lane of external influences?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. There's probably no more pressing question than the cost of living. We know at the Federal Reserve that price stability was an objective that you and your colleagues gave to the Fed. So when, over the course of the last several years, especially after COVID, when prices went up to the tune of 25 to 35% for virtually all deciles of the American people, that's an indication that the Fed missed its mark. And we are still dealing with the legacy of the policy errors in 2021 and 2022. Once you let inflation take hold in the economy, it's more expensive and harder to bring it down. And so the fatal policy error going back 4 or 5 years is still a legacy that we're dealing with. We need, in my judgment, fundamental policy reforms to fix it. And while it's true that inflation is less problematic, meaning the rate of change in prices is less severe than it was some years ago, hardworking Americans are no doubt feeling it. I think that means a regime change in the conduct of policy. I think that means a different new inflation framework.
Well, you agree,
I look forward to
David.
working with my colleagues at the Fed, if confirmed, to achieve that. I think it means, as you suggested, using tools differently. The Fed has an interest rate tool and a balance sheet tool. My view is the interest rate tool gets in the cracks. It's fairer.
Hey, Jammer, you trading the
balance sheet
big gold
tool
right now?
disproportionately helps those with financial assets. The interest rate
I've
tool
been
gets the entire
I'm noticing
economy.
discrepancy.
So we need a
though,
new
like,
framework, new
with
tools,
my
and
micro-
I'd also say, Mr. Chairman,
Yeah,
new
like it's off
communications.
sometimes.
I think
Back
part
a
of the
few
reason
points.
why, after
Yeah, it
making a
is. Like,
mistake
even
in
if you look at the structure, it
2021 and
seems like
22,
there's like
the
weights and
mistake
places
was
in the
compounded.
macro that
is
it's
the
not
Fed
in
gives
the
its
gold.
forward guidance. The
Yeah,
Fed tells
when
the
I'm
whole
using like
world
a 2
what
point
their dots
stop,
are
I
going
want
to
to
be,
be
what their
perfect, you know?
forecasts are going to be.
Yeah.
Well, the Fed's human.
So,
And
yeah,
then
he
they
doesn't
hold
wanna
on to those
communicate as
forecasts
much.
longer
That's
than
what he
they
said
should.
before.
this is like
I
my
think
this is
if
my
the
lucid.
Fed
I'm
were
just doing.
to
I'm just
wait
doing.
until it gets into a meeting
way
before
more
making a
scalping on this
decision,
one.
that incremental deliberation
like,
can keep the central bank
I'm
from
just going for like 1 to
compounding its
2,
errors.
1 to 3.
I think these are big
like, really
changes
quick
that are
trade.
needed, and if confirmed, I look
And
forward to
honestly,
doing it.
it's not really.
Thank you very much.
It's more just like the bias that we have with our,
Thank you, Mr.
what we
Chairman.
do, and then
So the Fed has
finding
Game
been
time.
action
plagued
levels that
by
it can take.
deeply disturbing ethics scandals
That's
in
all
recent
it
years
is. And then when it's
involving
hot
at
stuff, I
least
just
6
do,
Fed
like,
officials.
what
So
we
it's
do.
critical
Yeah.
that the
Sweet,
next
okay.
chair have no financial
Sweep and
conflicts,
then,
none.
but today doesn't.
Glad you
You have
bringing
Today
it
was
up,
more
$100
like
million
it might
in
trend
investments
a little bit lower.
that you have refused to disclose to
Yeah.
ethics officials and to the public. So let me ask, do the Juggernaut Fund or the
Beth Warren, bro.
THSDFS
Shut the fuck up.
LLC invest in any companies affiliated with President Trump or his family, companies that have facilitated money laundering, Chinese-controlled
Just ask about
companies,
Greenland, baby
or
girl.
financing vehicles established by Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, she said Jeffrey
Senator Warren, thank
Epstein.
you. So let me first share a point of agreement with you. The Fed has 2 tools. One is its monetary policy, and the second is its credibility. And the scandals that you talked about,
let me
the
finish,
ethics
Mr.
problems
Walsh,
you
I
talked about,
Shut her
have
down,
it's at
boy.
the core of the
limited time.
credibility that has hurt
Could
the
you
Fed.
answer my question, please? I
Okay,
asked.
he has a little
You have
fight in him.
$100 million in undisclosed assets. And what I'm asking is, are any of those with this outfit that invests in companies affiliated with President Trump or his family, companies that have facilitated money
Beth Warren
laundering,
attacking
Chinese-controlled
Trump.
companies,
Oh, what a
or
surprise.
financing vehicles set up by Jeffrey Epstein? It's a yes or no question.
Senator, I have worked tirelessly with the ethics officials at the Office of Government
Yes,
Ethics.
and you have not
Come to an
revealed
ethics agreement
$100
with
million
them and
in
have
assets.
agreed, Senator, to sell
Yo, bro.
all of my
That's not
financial
my
assets,
question. Mr.
including
Walsh, are
the
you
Duquesne
refusing
assets.
to tell us if you have investments, for example, in vehicles set up to advance Jeffrey Epstein? Is that what you're telling us? You just won't tell us?
Wow.
Senator,
Alright.
what I'm telling you is that
Whoa.
those assets that you represent at Juggernaut will be sold.
He's accusing the
confirmed
Fed to have ties with
before
Jeffrey
you
Epstein,
take
bro.
office and sign the oath of
Let me
office.
follow up on that. Will you at least disclose how you plan to disclose and divest these secret assets?
Whatever makes the
I'm sure you
market.
understand that the public might question your motives if, for example, billionaire Stanley Druckenmiller, who you honored in your opening statement, and who makes a living guessing what the Fed will do next, cuts you a massive check
Definitely
for $100 million
let's look straight.
as you take the oath of office to become the new Federal Reserve Chair.
Senator, as you know, it sounds like your fight might not be with me, but the Office of Government Ethics. I have come to full agreement with them and have agreed to divest all of those
I'm
assets,
asking you a
especially
very
those that you
straightforward
referenced
question,
before I
Mr.
take the oath
Warsh,
of office.
and that is, will you disclose how you divest those
Some
assets?
volatility.
Or will you just collect a check for
Yes,
$100 million
sir.
from someone whose
Yeah,
whole
what
business is
hypothetical
betting on
$100
what the Fed will do?
As I said to the ethics officials at the Federal Reserve
was
and the
gonna- I
Office
wanted
of
to say
Government
kinda
Ethics,
run
I'll
on
and they
here.
take
agreed
that as a
I would
no
be
as well.
redeeming my
So
So
assets
Donald
before I
Trump
take
has made
office.
clear that he does not want an independent Fed. In
It's like
fact,
the
he has
previous
said, and I
law.
quote, anybody that disagrees with me
Deviation.
will never be Fed chairman.
And
And he's made
liquidity.
clear that you are his son.
Could go down to
saying last
7:30
week that
though.
interest
Third
rates
sock
will
puppet
drop,
mentioned.
quote, when Kevin gets
Oil
in.
taking
Yeah,
another stick.
I think they
Yeah,
do.
it was equal
Not
there, yeah.
when economic conditions change, we'll get
Probably.
lower rates. Not when the economy needs it. Nope. He said, when my guy, Kevin Warsh, is in there, we'll get the interest rates that I, Donald Trump, wants. So independence takes courage. Let's check out your independence and your courage. We'll start easy. Mr. Warsh, did Donald Trump lose
751 there,
the 2020
752.
election?
We try to keep politics, if I'm confirmed, out of the Federal
I'm just
Reserve.
asking you a factual question.
What did he?
I need
Okay,
to
he got
know-
some
I need
foul
to
in him.
measure your independence and your courage.
Senator,
Hurts
I
on the
believe that
low.
this body
Spy getting
certified
a
that
candle with
election many
oil.
years ago.
That's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking,
Hurts.
did
Stick
Donald
to the
Trump lose
downside.
in 2020?
I'm suggesting you in
I'm
2020 the
suggesting
Fed
you can't
made
answer
a
that.
huge inflation problem, and you certified the election.
So
You
let
need
me
to keep
ask you
politics
another
out of
question.
monetary policy.
In our meeting, you
monetary
said
policy out of
you
Damn, they're
are
going at it,
independent
bro.
because you're, quote, a tough guy. Those were your words, tough guy. and you will be able to stand up to President Trump. So let's try it again. Name one aspect of President Trump's economic agenda with which you disagree.
You don't like.
Well, Senator, the Federal Reserve in recent years has wandered outside of its remit, wandered into other
I'm
areas.
asking for something
That's
you
not something I'm
disagree with
prepared to
Donald
do.
Trump on.
If I'm
Just one
confirmed,
economic-
the Federal
one
Reserve should stay in
economic
its
issue.
lane.
Just one little place where
one,
you disagree with Donald
Well, I
Trump.
do have a disagreement, actually, Senator, with the president. I think even this morning, he said that he thought I was out of central casting. I think central casting, I'd look older, grayer, and maybe show up here with a cigar of sorts.
Quite adorable.
Yeah.
But you know,
He just said
we
no.
need a Fed
He said
chair
no
who is
politics and then
independent.
dropped the
That's
joke.
the only way
That's
to
his first
preserve
joke.
the independence
I
of
agree
the
with
Federal Reserve. If you can't answer these questions, you don't have the
God.
courage and you don't have the independence.
I agree
Thank
with you
you,
on
Mr.
independence, Senator.
Senator Rounds.
Decent.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Fucking Elizabeth.
Mr.
Good though.
Walsh,
That's why I
first of
said
all,
we need
welcome.
Elizabeth.
And
I wanted to hear
appreciated the
that.
opportunity to visit with you personally in the office. I agree with you, and I think Fed independence is critical.
He really
And I
took a
think
page
that's,
out of Powell's
an
book,
item
though.
that you
Like,
and I
literally avoid the
agree on
politics at all
wholeheartedly.
costs.
I want to take an opportunity just kind of
Interesting.
perhaps give you an opportunity to
Just one.
respond. I
Just
know
one.
that
Just tell me
the
one.
ranking member had a number of items that she expressed concerns with. I'd like to give you an opportunity to just kind of work this way through, and let me just ask you a few questions, and I'll allow you to take the time to fully answer the questions. As I understand, Mr. Warsh, you worked with the career ethics professionals at the Office of Government Ethics and at the Fed to come to an agreement in terms of your dissolution of some of the assets that you as a businessman have. Is that correct?
Yes, Senator, that is correct. I worked with the Fed ethics officials first, answered all of their questions, then with the career professionals, the Office of Government Ethics, answered all of their questions, and then they wrote up an ethics agreement, which is part of the public record. But because I agree with Senator Warren on the ethical questions that have been raised over the last several years by several people that were members of the FOMC, so that there's no question about my independence, no question about the clarity of my financial record, I agreed to divest virtually all of my financial assets, the large majority of which will be divested before I raise my right hand and am sworn into office if confirmed by this body. So I've gone above and beyond, not for any other special reason other than the Fed needs to reestablish its credibility because the conduct of policy depends on it.
So let me just, for the record, the agreement which you have signed clearly states that you have agreed to divest your assets that are in question within 90 days of confirmation if you have not already divested them. That is correct.
Yes, Senator, and in fact, the large majority of those assets will be divested before
Stumpage.
I am sworn into office if confirmed.
Thank you.
Gold. Oh.
The career ethics professionals were the ones that basically had sent your signed paperwork to this committee's chief clerk. I really question whether or not they would have done that if they did not come to the ethics agreement with you in the first place, correct?
Yes, I presume that's right. We had a very good working relationship, and I'm happy to be sitting after the divestiture and cash or T-bills or whatever is the permitted asset so we can get back to the business of fixing the Fed, reforming an institution that has lost its way a bit, that has missed the mark. As Chairman Scott said at the outset, this inflation risk is still something that's being talked about around kitchen tables and boardrooms.
Buying oil.
My preferred definition of stable
Keeps
prices
going up, bro.
is a little different than most academics.
Is ESL
I
silver?
believe that price stability should be a change in
silver's
prices
dumping.
such that no one's talking about
Again,
it.
oil and
That's an
SPY.
old-fashioned
Pakistan
definition, but I
minister,
think it's still valid.
ceasefire ends
The
at
sooner
4
that we
a.m.
can reform the
Pacific time.
institution with
Decision
my
from
colleagues
Iran
if
at 10
confirmed,
before the 2 weeks is
sooner we
critical.
can ensure price stability, and we
Constant
can have
touch
a
pursuing
new set
path
of
of
leaders
diplomacy.
atop the institution with high, credible, ethical
Formal
standards
confirmation
to
is still awaited.
return the Fed to what
So
it should be.
Iranians have not
The
confirmed the
independence that
second round.
both Chairman Scott and Senator Warren mentioned,
gold and silver getting
critically
clapped.
important. But independence has to be earned, and it's earned by delivering on the promises, the commitments that the Fed has made. And as the Fed hasn't delivered on those promises, we shouldn't be surprised that we hear politics that are entering the room at the Fed, and you get the politics out of it so the Fed can focus on its day job, deliver on full employment and stable prices.
It's true that people want to see stability within the Fed, but is it okay for a Fed governor or a chairman to change their mind on a particular policy?
It's more than okay, it's essential. Economics is not physics, it's not math. Frankly, most of us that ended up in the economics business, we started like I did as a math major. It was too hard. So we ended up in economics. In economics, what we need to do is focus to the left of the decimal point, not to the right of the decimal
Get the
point.
scout, Jay?
We need to focus on the big
What's up?
things, and if
little
mistakes are
scout.
made, central
Yeah, I
bankers,
lost.
economic
What's up?
policymakers need to correct them fast. The real mistakes, the
That-
mistakes
that,
that cause inflation to
That
be
little
persistent,
that bill that goes off is
undermine hardworking American standard of living,
I know.
and when
Yeah,
those
it was
mistakes go on.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
We into the trade.
Senator Reed.
Mr. Chairman,
bro,
before we
dropped us
start
by a
the
few
next
points.
question, I ask that
Yeah,
we
the
entered
Iran
into the
news just came
record,
out too.
the
No
U.S. Office of Government
certain
Ethics
detail to that line.
certification, which requires that all nominees
okay.
disclose all of their assets.
Telling you, bro, you gotta
and
have
showing that
stock
Mr.
market live
Walsh
dude up, bro.
is out of compliance and that he has not met the ethics requirements.
We
Without
just need you on here, bro. Like, come on
objection,
here
I
every
will
morning,
note,
bro. You
however,
just be the
that
stock market live guy.
has been clearly articulated.
Bro, he's like the
that
biggest.
it will,
I would say he's the
according to
biggest
his
channel there
group,
is, bro.
OGE, do what
Not like
many
futures
others have
related,
done
but
as
like
well
stock
within 9
market
days
related. I'm pretty sure he has
be
like the
not only
biggest
in
community.
compliance, but to have
It's on
divested
YouTube?
himself
Yeah.
from many assets that are in question.
Drops
Mr. Chairman,
knowledge,
can I
bro.
ask? I
Bible
don't think
study
we've
at
had
like
other
2 p.m., bro.
nominees who are out of compliance and not disclosing at the time they come before the hearing.
Not on this committee, that's correct.
Not in this committee.
No one's had this much money.
Before we,
Literally.
here's what we're not going to do.
Fair enough.
We're not going to have two chairmen, for sure.
Just asking.
Number one. Number two, what we're also not going to do is debate what we're putting into the record. And finally, what we are going to do is have a conversation about America's economy. And frankly, we all deserve the opportunity to ask our questions. We don't get to figure out the answers, but we do get to ask our questions. I hope that we are able to continue in that direction. As long as we are, we're going to have a very good hearing. And if we're not, then I will find a way to help us to expedite getting back on track. Senator Reed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Walsh. Until you dispose of all the assets you've identified to the Office of Government Ethics, you will not be in compliance. Is that correct?
My understanding is that a signed ethics agreement provides duties and responsibilities on me and duties and responsibilities on the government, and that's what the nature of the ethics agreement is.
You have an agreement that within 90 days you will dispose of all your assets. Is that correct?
Senator, I have an
Even your
agreement
home.
within 90 days so that there is no appearance of anything inappropriate, that I would divest all of my
appearance.
assets,
I don't
the
like the
majority of which
appearance.
before
That's
sworn
what
in. What I've disclosed, Senator, is all the information that is mine to disclose. I've shared all information about assets that I control and that I can share, which I did much to the satisfaction of the Government Ethics Office.
Excuse me. What you've said is that you will take the oath, if confirmed as chairman, with assets that have already been identified as presenting potential conflicts of interest. Will you agree to not take the oath until you have fully disposed all the assets that you've been identified?
Senator, I'll agree to take the oath pursuant to the terms of the ethics agreement that I struck with the Office of Government Ethics.
Yo,
I don't
Vince,
think anyone
buy
could do more
oil
than that.
again.
Other than me,
You're back
I've
now below
agreed
open.
to divest even more assets, that I will have virtually no financial assets.
The divestiture is totally up to you. You can select what assets you're disposing of, what assets you're keeping. Is that correct? And then still be sworn in as chairman.
The divestiture is up to the agreement that I struck with the Office of Government Ethics.
Who makes the decision as to what assets are divested, you or the Office of Government Ethics?
Both of us. That's why it's an agreement.
Excuse me. I must commend you on the way you can circularly go around questions and not answer them. It's a skill. Unfortunately, it's not a good skill for the chairman
like
of the Federal Reserve Board. We typically ask questions and expect to get direct, faithful answers. You haven't given them to the ranking member, and you're not giving them to me. So, again, you feel you will not be, you will be compliant if after 90 days you still have a significant number of assets.
Again,
that have been
latest
identified
headline
as
was no
presenting
confirmation. The
conflict of interest.
Pakistanians,
Is that your?
they said the Iranians
No,
have not,
Senator, if I
not
were to
confirmed yet.
violate the ethics agreement, I would not be in compliance. If I follow the agreement, I will be.
Well, that's your position. I think others would differ. When you sell all your assets, where are you going to place the proceeds of those sales? I believe that Chairman Powell has placed them in sort of funds which are very difficult to individually influence. Do you propose to do that?
Yeah, I propose to put them in permissible assets that are as close to cash or treasury bills as I possibly can. I haven't selected anything, but it will be as plain vanilla as possible so that there would be no appearance or reality of having any influence. We'll be sitting in something like cash.
Okay. Now, the question of independence is just one that I think will dominate these proceedings. This morning, President Trump was asked on CNBC.
You could possibly see that hit 625, yeah.
Your new Fed chair doesn't cut
Nicolas down there
rates right away, and President Trump answered, "I would."
on the 1 hour.
It's very hard to separate
Yeah.
President Trump's obsession with
Yeah, I
rate
had that
cuts,
worked out.
his attacks on the Federal Reserve, on Chairman Powell particularly, and your nomination. So this independence thing seems to have evaporated quite quickly between President Trump's statements and your positions.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You're gonna
Again,
be flying blind. Top U.S. diplomat in
You
Pakistan
maintain you'll be
said U.S.
independent
and
of
Iran
President
should
Trump?
consider extending
Yes,
through
Senator, I
CBS.
do.
Well, President Trump constantly maintains that nobody's independent of him, that it's his morality that guides the whole United States government, including the Federal Reserve, and that you will be someone who will carry out his wishes. Frankly, do you suspect that he chose you because you indicated to him that you want to cut rates?
Senator, I don't know the reason for the president's choice, but I can tell you what I've been writing about for 15 years and what I said to the president, which is
I'll cut rates if you give me the job.
no, that's not what I said, Senator. Now, the president, as you might know, much like virtually all presidents I've either known or studied, presidents tend to be for cutting rates. I think the difference is President Trump expresses it quite publicly without surrogates or subterfuge, but presidents want lower rates. But Fed independence is up to the Fed. Fed
That's
leadership
nonsense.
has to make a decision about what's the right thing to do.
No.
In my judgment,
You're a leader. You're the leader. You establish the moral and ethical standards and economic principles of the Fed. And you just pass it off to, well, it's not my job, it's everybody's job. That means it's nobody's job. Thank you.
Senator Tillis.
Mr. Chair, before my time starts, can I make a parliamentary inquiry?
Certainly.
I want to make sure that we get this right because I'm not an attorney, but I think it's pretty important to suggest that according to Mr. Warsh, he has signed an agreement that is in compliance provided that he executes the agreement. So we should not have into the record that he is before us out of compliance because you stipulated that what Senator Warren said.
This is the guy who's gonna block him if
first
anything.
of a kind here.
He's the
but
guy
he
who
is
wants
not out of
Powell to be
compliance.
drop
He has
the
agreement
case.
that if he executes, will be in compliance. That's why he's properly before us. And I just want to make sure for the record that that is clear.
Yeah, very
He's
clear.
defending him,
Let
so
me
that's
just say
good.
it. I'm going to reiterate what you just said, but I was writing it down myself. The Office of Government Ethics has entered into an agreement with Kevin Warsh that he has up until 90 days after confirmed to divest of his assets.
So the word, I mean, to non-attorneys here, I heard someone say he's before us out of compliance, and that's why I checked with the staff to be absolutely certain. He is properly before us. He will be in compliance if he executes agreement that addresses the concerns that have been presented by some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. I just want to confirm for the record that that is in fact accurate.
So if we're doing a matter here of, is this parliamentary inquiry? Is that what this is?
I've made a parliamentary inquiry, not burning time on something that I thought felt like a cheap shot to say he's out of compliance when in fact he's not.
Then I'd like to ask the other question, and that is, have we seen this agreement? Do we have any way to verify that, in fact, these sales will occur if we have no idea what's in them and no one has told?
New low and SPY still going up.
Let's remember the law for a minute.
Even the extension headline just seems to be the lack of Iranian movement towards Islamabad
you can be out of
kind of weighing on it. And then
Fed
Apple
law
dropping
is
too with software chilling out finally.
That you cannot own any portion of a financial interest in a bank.
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, excuse me for interrupting. Senator,
Now I'm going to let the attorneys take over.
Are we going to all get extra time here? No. I'd like extra 3 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, for the record, and the only reason I say
that was a parliamentary inquiry, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. But,
okay.
Mr. Chair, the reason I mentioned that is because you had stipulated it. I don't think you meant it this way, but you as a chair said that this is the first of a kind of someone being out of compliance. I don't think you meant that. I wanted to make sure it was clear for the record.
Well, let me just be very clear again. The career ethics professionals are the ones that sent Mr. Warsh's signed paperwork to this committee's chief clerk. They would not have done so if they did not come to an ethics agreement with Mr. Warsh. Mr. Kennedy, Senator Kennedy does raise a good point. We are going to stick to our timeline, and I appreciate you raising the point of how long inquiry can go on, and that does not buy you more time unless, of course, we all decide we want more time.
Yeah, you did get a bond movement there, too.
And I would rule against it.
My finger on close here.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Warsh, congratulations. You can't count this as a date with
More,
change,
please.
particularly this one. I think probably the first hearing was a little less acrimonious.
More, please.
I'm not going to ask you anything.
Bro, you in a trade right now?
And get ready for the bludgeoning on the other side. They're going to beat you till you bleed, and they're going to beat you for bleeding. I'm going to talk about what's preventing me from being in a position to vote for you until we've spent time together in my office. You have extraordinary credentials. They're impeccable. I think the way you're dealing with the ethics issue is strong. Problem I have is where we are right now, and I start by saying I love your opening statement. I love your focus on the independence of the Fed. I love the idea of
second test on the lower time frame. Now we don't. There we go. Thank you.
Fed transparency on so many other things that the Fed does that, frankly, we're all frustrated with. Bank examination, supervision being some among them that I think we should have more
Apple
insight
is down
into.
almost 2%. But then again, bonds. That's the only thing that's
there.
That clap thing's a little bit.
Because
we also have the Islamabad oil stuff too.
Making federal architecture beautiful again.
It's a mix. There's a mix of everything right now.
Preserve the integrity
you
of
got
old
one big
buildings.
tech dropping, bond, independence comments, oil, stocks, war,
and Mr.
all
Chair,
of that.
I will be submitting an analysis.
You're down a quarter, so 0.5% top to bottom.
And turn it up right. Much has been made about the building project that has Chair Powell
Just take
under
it.
investigation. I'm not going to get into the details except to say that I used to work for a firm that did audit and compliance. So I'm naturally wired to go back from the ground up and figure out what the deal is. Here's what I know. The Martin building has been conflated into this project to make it a $4 billion building. Even if you put the Martin building in, it's a $3 billion building. The reality is what we're talking about is the Eccles building and the East building, for which, bring that up higher, Jack, you're a tall guy so people can see it. These are the overruns. And these overruns occurred in part because the cost of inputs went up 69% since the original estimate. Asbestos was identified. Remediation was required. Pylons had to be built underneath the building because it turns out They used it as a landfill, and they had a water table issue. There were a variety of reasons why this building went over budget.
Just using this to
As a
talk
matter
about
of fact,
why Powell is good.
if we put everybody in prison in federal government that had a budget go over, we'd have to reserve an area roughly the size of Texas for a penal colony because of the way government projects work.
I think we should.
And the reality is the overage of
Not a bad
inflation
idea,
adjusted
sir.
was about $730 million, the majority of which seems to be legitimate. Next slide. Not acceptable, unfortunate, but legitimate. Now, what I've really got a problem with, and we're talking about Fed independence. By the way, I think you're going to be independent. You have to be. You got to convince 11 other people to vote with you, at least a majority. It's a consensus organization. You try to get the majority to. Most of these votes are 11 to 1. So if anybody thinks the president can appoint somebody and you unilaterally can control things, you're going to be an unsuccessful chair if history is any guide, and you've served under some of the best. So I know you're going to do it right. The problem that I have here is that we had some U.S. attorney with a dream, or assistant U.S. attorney, thinking it would be cute to bring Chair Powell under an investigation just a few months before the position was going to be open.
All right, bro. Dumperoon. I don't know what it is. It's a mix of everything right now.
The Fed, May the 15th.
Then again, you already had that.
The term would have expired.
Pressure.
We'd be having this hearing. You'd be getting confirmed. Custom also suggests that the sitting chair, even though he has 2 years left on his term, would have exited. But instead, we have somebody who thinks a building project that went over by about $700 million with a lot of what seemed to be justifications for it are holding up this whole process. It sounds like to me somebody over in the DOJ didn't even check with the boss. The boss said on the same night that I said I can't go forward until this bogus investigation is done with, said he didn't know anything about it. So we've got people in DOJ over in the D.C. circuit or the D.C. district doing these investigations. We have got to end this investigation. Big DOJ didn't know about it. The president didn't know about it. Let's get rid of this investigation so I can support your confirmation. Mr. Warsh, the only thing I've found the least bit odd about you is you've never watched an episode of Seinfeld. You've spent so much time at being a rock-solid economist that you're not even taking time away for a little laugh like that. I look forward to supporting your nomination, and I look forward to this investigation being taken down. If the chair wants to have all of our subcommittees start looking at capital expenditure projects for the agencies that we're overseeing, I think that's a great idea. And I'd like to be on a committee specifically drilling down on this analysis. If somebody can prove me wrong, I'd be happy to make a criminal referral. But I don't have the D.C. Circuit tell me a crime was committed when 7 members on this committee said it wasn't, including the chair.
Only one question. What is Seinfeld? Senator Van Hollen.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Mr. Warsh, good to see you. Reviewing your record, I am concerned that your position on interest rates seems to shift with what's politically convenient rather than based on sound economic judgment. In the aftermath of the
they're gonna bounce on this 15-minute level
here.
here.
Recession since the Great Depression, with some of the worst unemployment in our lifetimes, you were a hawkish voice, expressing concern that the Fed might wait too long to raise rates. I think you got it wrong then, but now you seem to have swung 180 degrees
Good question.
in the
That's what I wanted
opposite
to know.
direction to embrace lower rates, a view that conveniently aligns with the president who nominated you. You've made this pivot even as today prices are too high. We all know that. Our economy works for families when prices are affordable and unemployment is low. That's why price stability is an important part of the Fed's mandate, right?
Senator, yes.
And the Fed uses its monetary policy tools for price stability and full employment. That's the job Congress gave to the Fed. Here's how Ben Bernanke described how the Fed uses those tools. He said, and I'm quoting, generally, if economic weakness is the primary concern, the Fed acts to reduce interest rates, which supports the economy. If the economy is overheating, the Fed can raise interest rates to constrain inflationary pressures. End of quote. So that's a textbook model
tick, bro.
of
And
the
on
Fed.
my
Cutting
TradingView,
rates
it
supports
literally
the
hit.
economy, but can lead to higher inflation, while
for
raising
long
rates
term,
helps to
like-
fight inflation, but can limit growth. Do you agree with Chairman Bernanke
So, yeah,
that
I'm
that's
already-
generally how the Fed can use monetary
guys later.
policy to affect
Trap.
the economy?
Senator, I do agree generally with that proposition, but I'll note at a moment like this, the supply side of the economy is changing dramatically. So the core of what Chairman Bernanke said is a question about what's the economy's potential. As I said in my opening remarks, I think the
I see you,
economy's
bruh.
potential is
Getting
growing
that
quite
bag.
quickly. And that makes the decision that you tee up to be a
I'm gonna get off
difficult
myself,
one,
bro.
and one that the Fed's going to have to dig deep in
I'll catch you on the
evaluating
next
what's the
one, my
right
boy.
policy choice in the upcoming meetings.
Well, I want to push you a
I'm
little
gonna
bit on
pick your
that
brain one of
in a
these days,
moment.
man.
But right now, the Fed has said it's
We got
made
you, bro.
You're trading live, right? You're trading live right now?
to 3.7.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Last December, President Trump told the Wall Street Journal he wanted to cut rates to 1%.
Oh no, I'm
maybe
trading my
lower
live
than
and
that
3
by
fundeds,
the
bro.
end
4
of
accounts.
this year.
Right now?
So
Copy
just to
trading?
better understand
Yeah.
how you think about economics.
Jeez, bro.
In the economic
You
model
got that sauce
Bernanke
for real,
laid
bro.
out, let's say
I
there's an
literally just
economy
started
with decent
with
growth
fundeds
and
like
no
last week
recession.
again, bro. I didn't
The
trade with
central
them for
bank were to cut
years.
rates from 3.5 to
But there was
1%
opportunity
below
with
a
this
massive cut.
work shit,
That
so I
would
just got
typically
some.
push prices up,
Yeah.
right?
Probably gonna get a payout in like a week.
Senator, unlike many of my
Jeez.
colleagues, past and
Hey,
present,
so right now at this
I don't
level, it
believe
looks like
in
it's
forward
bouncing off this
guidance. I
level.
don't believe
Is
that
that
I
a good
should be
indication that this might?
previewing for you what
4
a
hour
future
level, yep,
decision
yep.
might be.
I think he
It's
likes to do that.
essential that
Mr.
the
Warsh,
Fed make
I am
decisions
not,
in the room.
Mr. Warsh, I'm not asking you what decision you
Now
would
they're
make.
gonna try to gain
Obviously,
the 4
that's
hour
gonna be up
again.
to you. I'm asking you
Probably.
for the
This whole
framework
dump here.
in which you think about these things.
It's the
And it
classic
seems a pretty
V-shaped
straightforward
recovery,
question
bro.
about what would happen
Nah,
if
for
we
real. They did it twice
reduced
today, bro.
interest rates by the end of this
Yeah,
year
I'm
to
looking
1%
right now, like,
or
shit.
Literally
less.
it's
And
the
under
shape that
Bernanke
pays you the
model, and
most
I think
with
almost
most
every
certainty, bro.
economist, or most economists would
I'm
say
thinking
that
if I
that will
should go in
drive up
there right
prices.
now, man.
And so that's
No,
what
they're
I'm
gonna attempt to
asking.
make a
Would
new
you
high.
agree
That's how it
that
goes,
would
bro.
likely drive
No
up
new
prices?
high, new low,
So, Senator,
bounced it,
the Fed
V-shape,
has two important monetary
high
policy
attempt.
tools. One is interest rates, and the other is a balance
Pretty
sheet.
pretty
The balance
simple.
sheet that we created in the 2008 financial crisis. Those tools should be working in concert, not at cross purposes.
See what
So it's hard
happens.
for me to isolate one variable when we'd have to have a discussion on the other.
See what happens.
Let me-
But generally, oh, sorry.
Streaming the wrong
Well, let me
fucking
just
screen.
say, this was a pretty clear question about the framework in which these decisions are made. I have heard you talk about how AI may change that calculation. I will just say, and I think you know this, I mean, I have this, the Financial Times pointed out the economists reject Kevin Warsh's claim that the AI boom will enable rate cuts. And I find it just implausible to suggest that by the end of this year,
I'm for long right now.
AI
This is pumping up.
produce such increases in productivity.
Yeah, let's see. They're
that it
retesting this
could
15 here, 768.
produce in a rate cut to below 1%.
We go through
and
it.
You can't tell me
They're
that
gonna
would
attempt a
very
new high.
likely increase prices.
So,
You
Senator, can I
Just,
say two
768.
things? First,
768 is the previous start down of the 15. So they're just there right now.
Monetary Policy Center works with long and
68.
variable lags. Quite famously, if the Fed were to make a decision today about the conduct of policy, it's likely
see
to
what you're saying,
find its way to the
760.
real economy 6, 9, or 12 months later.
768.
So it's difficult to judge
the 15 here,
policy
768.
today for an immediate result. And that would be my only concern about
I got
the
you. I'll
framing
show
of
you
your
this
question.
screen right here.
Thank you,
You
Mr.
can see
Chairman.
it
I
better.
just, in closing, this is what
768.
concerns me is
This
that
red dotted
views
right here.
now have sort of
Let me
flipped to
flip your
conform with where the President of the United States is. And that's been a
Alright.
concern many of us have. Thank you,
Yeah,
Mr. Chairman.
760.
Kennedy?
I want extra time, Mr.
Okay, I see. I see. I see. Yeah.
Yes!
Previous start now
Consider
of the
these
last
5
trend that
minutes
they just made here
parliamentary
in the 15.
Professor, what's a sock puppet?
I heard the reference from Senator Warren.
Yeah, what
earlier.
is it?
I'm not sure I know. I think
Okay.
it's that thing you stick your hand in.
Preferably if they
kinda like
gain
this.
that
Yes.
level, we could
What's a
go
human
higher.
sock
But
puppet? A human sock puppet,
they're fucking around with
Um,
it right now.
somebody will do what somebody else
Yeah, I see
tells
what
them to
you're
do.
I
think
If we
that's what
both
the
over that,
senator
then
was
we can go
trying
higher,
to
for sure.
suggest.
Are
I
you
think
going
that
to
was
be
the
the
innuendo.
Are you going to be the president's
That's the,
human
looks like
sock
that's the
puppet?
equilibrium.
Gonna be the
I think.
shock puppet.
Senator
I
absolutely
have no
not.
idea
Are you
what
gonna
an
be anybody's
equilibrium
human
is,
sock
bro.
puppet?
Oh my bad.
No,
I hear
I'm
it.
absolutely for the position,
So
and I'll be
so
in
What
full
fuck is
alignment
an
look, big baller.
equilibrium, nah?
Look,
sir.
big baller.
My friend
Look, big
Senator
baller. Hold on,
Warren,
hold on. So equilibrium is
It's
basically
an
that half.
my friend
equilibrium, bro.
suggested
The
that
equal point of
put down,
the midpoint of the
you
last
use your
leg.
power
Nah,
in
bro.
any
It's just the
power to
start
bail
down
out
of the
friends that
15, bro.
got
I don't
in
know what an
trouble,
equilibrium is, bro.
kind of like President Biden did with Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. She didn't say
And
the
you're on
last
big
part.
gold
I
right now?
just did. Are you going to do that?
No, Senator.
Cause I swear, bro, my graph looks a little different.
Poor Jeremy.
That's crazy. What platform you using?
Oh, Jeremy's got me. Ninja Trader. He could be a little different though. He could be a little different. But no, it's MAQ 626 the contract.
Oh, that's why. That's why your shit's a little different. All right, so it's pumping up a little bit now. Nah, still
They have
bouncing
one.
off.
They have 1 minute here to gain that.
Okay.
Like it's doing the last second. See, they're doing it right now. I just take it. Take $70 or whatever. I'm already up. All right, brother. I'll probably be on tomorrow, dude. Oh, he's already gone. Today got I think I got one loss. $50. W. I should have seen this down candle here after the stop right here in the 4 hour. You can clear headlines, lots of headlines. But good day. Could have went a little heavier here on this long, last long, but clearly they did not want to gain 15, so I just closed it. It could bounce, but I
go with what I see here. It's tested at 15, so you'd squeeze, bounce from previous close here. But already put too much risk today. We on profits. Walking away with a bag. Yeah, they tested this whatever is down here. This 4 hour here, which is the major startup. Already tested. So if they come back down, 600s or possibly even 500s here. But I'm good for today. They're probably just gonna mega pump this, attempt a new high, or just go sideways here. Consolidation at the open area here, but it probably. Thank you everybody for joining. I'll be on tomorrow. Good day. Very clean, if you ask me. If you know what you're doing, very clean day. It's the long zero on the bottom. I did just win one contract. Should have went a little heavier, but I was already up. Keeping exposure to the minimum. Talk to you, boys. All right. See you, rest.